The Rich Life, a look into the wealthiest neighborhood in the world. Most people imagine the richest neighborhood in the world to be found somewhere in New York City, or maybe the suburbans of Paris and London. However, the richest neighborhood in the world might surprise you. In fact, it's entirely possible that you don't even know where it's located. This video will give you a look into this wealthy community, located right here in the United States. Luxury mansions of multimillionaires demonstrate high status and position in society. They come with all the luxury decorations such as infinity pools, tennis courts, and helipads. If you're in the market for a luxury home, I suggest that you start your search with the most expensive zip code in America. So I did some research and found out a few things about it. You'll never guess which town was awarded the most expensive zip code for 2017. The Atherton, California, to be exact. And if you're still not sure, just check the Forbes list. It's 20 minutes south of San Francisco and home to Facebook, Google, and Tesla. If those companies don't have a lot of wealth, then you might have not watching this channel for so long. Silicon Valley magnates can afford Atherton, as it is affluent enough to fit the bill of many wealthy millionaires and billionaires that reside there. Along with many individuals in zip code 94027, let me know before we get into the steep cost of living in Atherton. Let me know in the comments what your dream living destination is. I have always wanted to have a private island so I can have a lot of fun just like Johnny Depp, but that's just me. Anyways, let's explore the history of Atherton. In 1886, California suffered a depression and established itself as one of 3 states affected by it. People wanted a better life for themselves and looked for business opportunities that would provide them with their wish. Mr. Russell bought a land and started developing Atherton to help people move from crowded neighborhoods to have a tranquil place to live with all kinds of amenities. At that time, he built simple cabins, but today, those cabins are expensive mansions, even $10 million. But no matter how much houses sell for today or what you do there, we must always remember where it all began. These mansions are made out of dreams from hopeful people like us who want something better for themselves. The neighborhood is named after a well-accomplished man from Massachusetts, Faxon de Atherton. As a trader of tallow hides and merchandise, he spent several years in Chile and Hawaii. Thomas Locke, a friend and business associate, has written to him saying that education is available for your children on the peninsula, and living on one of the landed estates is convenient and accessible. Back in 1860, Mr. Atherton was sufficiently convinced of the value of 640 acres to purchase them for $10 an acre. That's right, $10 an acre. It doesn't take a math wizard to figure out the man made a killing off that investment. His home, Valpraise Yo Park, was built several years later, and it featured a simple design that was perfect for his family of 7 children. He still has a family line in Atherton to this day. Atherton had a population of 6,914 people according to the census. The population density was 1,369.5 people per square mile. It's okay if these numbers seem arbitrary to you. They are to me too. I just thought I should include some statistics before diving into the extravagant side of things. Moving on, if you want to get an idea of just how expensive the houses in Atherton are, here's a clue. In that area, the median price of a home is $9.6 million, and some houses are more than triple that amount. Due to the outrageous prices of these homes, you might expect them to sit on the market for years. However, since it's the capital of the wealthy tech world, these homes tend to last about 190 days on the market, which isn't bad for all the relatives who live there. Now that we've discussed how expensive things are and just how much money people who live there have, let's talk about what you can do to get yourself a luxurious mansion. These mansions offer a variety of entertaining areas, where you can throw lavish parties and invite other wealthy people to discuss business over cigars and caviar. All these food items are sold at prestigious markets that are located within walking distance of your house. Your home would have an outdoor pool or spa area where many of your guests could come cool off after working hard, at their Silicon Valley jobs or golf courses with pristine landscaping designed to make onlookers jealous with envy. Atherton seems like any ritzy suburban of America, with bigger homes at first glance, but it's not what you'd expect to find outside of the city. Even modest homes here can fetch millions of dollars because of its prime location, with an average household income of over $450,000. It's understandable why this is the richest neighborhood in the country. Michael Simon Sinek, CEO of Altus Research, cited Atherton as the epicenter of Silicon Valley money and as a destination of ultra high end properties. To name a few of the tech billionaires who live in Atherton, former HP CEO Meg Whitman, and Google chairman Eric Schmidt, Facebook's Sheryl Sandberg, and Charles Schwab himself. They are all called Athertons. There was a residence in 94027 owned by the late great Paul Allen, the co-founder of Microsoft who passed away in 2018. While there are some bargains if you look, those who don't have millions to spend are pushed out by rising prices. For example, it is reportedly cheaper to buy a home in Paris or Rome than it is to buy a house here because of higher taxes and real estate prices. That doesn't deter locals like Mark Zuckerberg's wife Priscilla Chan, who paid $10 million for her 4-bedroom abode here. While paying 7 figures may seem beyond belief for many, keep in mind that median listing price of homes across all neighborhoods stands for around $750,000. So Silicon Valley residents make up big chunk of overall home sales. Undoubtedly, the prestige, privacy, and proximity to major tech companies of this zip code are unmatched by any other. These ultra-rich home buyers pay cash, and in some cases, they've gone over the asking price. Once you get in, you'll find that this neighborhood is unlike the average suburb. The place does have its fair share of small, humble homes like I've mentioned, but this area is spangled with amazing mansions which are often concealed by trees, and only a small part of the magnificence is visible to the street. The important thing to note about Atherton is that it is home to a wider range of riches than any other place in the world, with average home prices in Atherton going up by an unbelievable 40% each year. Atherton area residents are understandably elated. From real estate brokers I talked about last year, there was a craze for houses worth $5 million last year. But this year, there's even a shift towards even more expensive homes. Just in the first quarter of 2014, 7 mansions in Atherton were sold for more than $10 million. With such a demand and very limited supply, this is a hot market. As if we don't have enough advantages, the tech sector is doing well too. From hardware to software, our town is driving everything tech-related, and that makes us the hub for innovation. Tom Lemire of Pacific Union International tells CNBC. This super connected vibe not only makes the economy go round, but also has put San Francisco on the map when it comes to the desirable real estate, just like the Silicon Valley we know. The realtor by the name of Ken De Leon, also of De Leon Realty, just sold a mansion in Atherton for $14 million to a Chinese buyer in 72 hours. We are doing exceptionally well right now, with Forbes even listing our zip code as the #1 of the most fluid in America. Most of my clients, especially the Chinese, are prestige-driven and want to be in the best neighborhood in all of America. They invest lots of money and are proud of topping lists. This magazine can often pique the interest of many prominent individuals. So in Atherton, as it does stand out in any other neighborhood, there is a snowball effect of wealth and a perpetual rise in value. As the neighborhood becomes more desirable to some others also come to find out the desirability of the place and want it for themselves. Consequently, this leads to a bigger and more extravagant exchange of money. These days, a real estate agent in the rural area on the south coast of California is having quite the success. Furthermore, brokers say that a large percentage of these home buyers pay cash, which makes sense given the rampant real estate speculation. From China in particular, there is a trend among the wealthy investors to buy homes sight unseen. So that's easy money for the best brokers. It's looking like this De Leon fellow is on track to do $500 million in sales this year. In order to convince Indian and Chinese buyers that the lush views would be for them, he bought a plane to take this prospect on a tour to the town. Of course, since the wealthy live in an elite bubble of success, they're not faced by what the common folk are dealing with. Over the years, the housing market has seen its ups and downs, but surprisingly, Atherton continues to rise, reaching the heights of stratospheric success, and it doesn't seem like it will slow down anytime soon.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, and comment.